What if I told you that there are things you didn't see in K-pop Demon Hunters, mistakes that will shock the life out of you, silly little things that you would have to put the movie on 0.25 slow-mo to get a glimpse of? From things that just don't make sense no matter how you think about them, to poor animation, down to poor continuity skills that no one ever saw. This is going to be very interesting to talk about. Like and subscribe because I'll be going over mistakes in K-pop Demon Hunters, tiny and big ones alike. The first mistake I'll be talking about is in the airplane scene at the beginning of the movie. It was a demon flying the plane, remember? Apparently they had hijacked the plane, meaning they must have taken the plane before Huntrix got on it. And all they had to do was fly the plane to a secret place and end the girls. I have just one question though. How is a demon flying the plane? It's just not possible. We know demons don't have a proper understanding of the real world and how it works. For example, we had a demon trying to water plants with coffee. Who the heck does that? We had another one who kept trying to buckle seatbelts but couldn't do it. So how in the world did a demon with a brain the size of an insect know how to fly a plane? It is just not possible, at least in my opinion. If you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments. In number 2, I have a plot hole. What is that, Kareem? Well, it is when a plot just sabotages itself. Think about it. The whole idea of the Saja boys forming a boy band and whatnot was to bring Huntrix down. I mean, that's what Guima sent the demons on the airplane to do. But something that was revealed in the movie shows how everything that happened wouldn't have even been necessary and how the Saja boys would have won by a landslide. Remember Huntrix's performance of Golden at the Idol? Mira and Zoe saw Bobby being kidnapped and they ran after him, but both the kidnappers and Bobby were just shape-shifting demons, same as the demons that performed Takedown with Rumi. So the question is, why go through the stress of creating a whole boy band and trying to steal the fans when all they had to do was just shapeshift to Huntrix and sabotage them? Do silly things that would enrage the public and get them cancelled. Here's the fun part. They don't even need to confront the girls to do this. They would just be shocked and in disbelief when they see themselves on social media or on TV doing something scandalous. The original idea is still wonderful, but that shape-shifting ability just gave the whole movie a hole. Next up on the list of mistakes is Bobby's call on the airplane. When Bobby called Rumi to ask her where she and her teammates were, we caught a glimpse of a silly mistake. Just before Rumi answered the call, we saw that the call had already started counting. Calls aren't supposed to count when they are ringing. They count after you pick up to show you how long you've been on the call. It's such a silly mistake that one wouldn't expect to see in a big studio movie with a budget of $100 million. Just saying, they need to straighten themselves up before part 2. The fourth mistake is so funny and so fast. Wanna guess what it is? Nah, you can't. It's Abby's butt crack. Yeah, Abby Saja flashed us his butt crack, and a lot of you didn't see it. And how could you? I had to slow the movie down to 0.25 just to get a view of the action. I know you're wondering when this happened. Well, it was during the performance of Soda Pop, when the boys were helping out and handing out gifts. In the scene, they slid past some kids and handed them gifts. If you slow it down enough, you'll see a butt crack. Moving on to number 5, we saw Rumi's zip pendant disappear right in front of our eyes, like it just vanished. This was during the scene where Rumi rushed into the restroom to catch her break after choking during rehearsals. She looked in the mirror and unzipped her shirt to see her demon markings. The zip pendant was a gold star, but after she unzipped the shirt, it basically disappeared. She then burst out of the restroom, appearing in an alley, and this time we saw the pendant. So it magically disappeared and reappeared? Nah, just bad editing at play here. Okay, maybe bad editing is going too far, but this was just careless. Anyways, moving on. Towards the end of the movie, Mira and Zoe walk into the arena to see the Saja boys. We see Mira enter and be in the middle row of that huge arena. And somehow, Zoe, who was just with her, was on the opposite side of the arena. But that's not all. When Rumi walked in and began singing, the girls that were both in the middle rows of the arena were now suddenly closer to the floor. That's just suspicious. Up next is Jinu's necklace. That necklace should be a character of its own because honestly it has its own charisma and dramatism. The first time Rumi saw Jinu, he wasn't wearing any necklace. She was so mad that he knocked her over without apologizing. That same Jinu was wearing a shiny necklace during the soda pop performance just seconds later. How, man? How did that happen? Still on the soda pop performance, we saw something very funny. It's that kind of mistake that you have to slow the movie down to see. As their performance was coming to an end, we saw the Saja boys' legs wiggling in the air like a piece of paper held up against the wind. It was freaking hilarious. You'd think a big budget movie would be able to cook up better animations. At number 10, we have a continuity problem. In the bathhouse scene when Jinu and Rumi were fighting, Jinu used his claws to rip off the sleeve of Rumi's shirt. But when she kicked him down and tried cutting off his head with her sword, the giant hole in the sleeve was no longer there, at least for about a second or two. But then the hole suddenly returned, and Jinu noticed her demon marks. Like I said, continuity problem. Next is another inanimate object stealing the show, which was Rumi's earring. During the fan signing, when the Saja boys were leaving and Rumi was clapping, her large earring, which was on her right ear, jumped to her left ear. It was like the earring wanted to get some screen time too. Hilarious. And the final mistake was the plane wings at the beginning of the movie. What plane wing, you wonder? Well, remember that during the battle with demons on the plane, we saw demons rip off one of the plane wings. But then we saw both wings still attached when the girls looked from the damaged plane with the ramyun cups in hand. That's not possible, right? It's been ripped off, so it shouldn't be there. But that's all I have today. I hope you guys enjoyed this interesting video. If you're a K-pop fan, make sure to like and sub up. Again, and guys, I forgot to tell you, someone is going to Korea this December and he is so excited for it. I'll make sure to share the journey with you guys.